up, everyone? We are back here inside of Avicolli's on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York. We are right down the road from Liverpool High School, and we're live for you here on YouTube.com and Facebook.com, both /Wake Up Call DT. Of course, Wake Up Call is live every Monday through Friday on those channels, and mixlr.com /Wake Up Call DT, Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. Here every single month we get to showcase Liverpool Warriors athletics, and it's my honor and my privilege to have a familiar face that's been with me for a decade, but now the new head coach of the Liverpool Warriors girls varsity basketball team, Mike Wheeler, and Janea Hamilton-Brown. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Show them some love. Coach, how are you?
Good, Dan. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I feel like you and I are going to be doing shows together probably for the rest of our lives.
The way it's been going, yeah, that is. It seems like that's what's going to happen.
Probably going to happen. Janea, how are you?
I'm good.
Doing all right?
Yes.
You seem very chill, very relaxed. Is that your normal personality?
Yes.
Coach is saying yes, and your teammates are saying yes. What is it about your game, Janea, that you think has gotten better? Like, what about your game has improved the most?
I would probably say my versatility and my leadership on the floor. Like, I take a lot more pride in doing the little things and communicating with my team. Those things are important to me, so I perform better.
Okay, all right. Leadership-wise, Coach, what would you say?
I'm going to say that the step that Janea's taken from last year to this year is definitely would be leadership. I think how much more involved and vocal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we would have gotten her up here last year, but she's just more involved and vocal, and states, when there's questions asked, she answers, and that's what I like about it.
Janea, why are you more vocal?
I think I just realized how important it is that everyone has a voice on the team, and you have to learn to kind of value your own voice and what you have to say, and that it's helpful if it's positive and it's something that's you want the team to be better, then it should be said. So I like that. That's my job to say.
Do you feel like they're listening?
I do feel like they're listening sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
Coach, we heard from Janea and Jakira about the look. They said they haven't gotten it yet, but they almost got it this morning. I know you to be, to me, you're one of my good friends. I consider you somebody that I can always lean on and off the court. But I also believe that there probably is a look that you give. Have they gotten the look yet? And what would provoke the look? As we've heard some laughter up here right now.
There's always a look. It just depends what type of look it is. It's either a heavy look, like it's really bad, or it's a semi look, it's not so bad, or a soft look where let's get better the next time. I don't know. They might agree. They haven't got the heavy look yet. I don't think they have received that yet. It's early, and I don't think they want to. We've talked about the heavy look, but they have not yet received that. So it's been low to medium.
What provokes the heavy look?
The one thing with me is I just don't like making the same mistake twice or three times. It's okay to make a mistake, but then when we clean it up and we get better the second time, it shouldn't happen over and over again. And sometimes that can bring on the heavy look. In laziness, they know what laziness is, and you were at practice this past week, and you saw how much we go up and down. And it's important that they got to be running and everything. We run at end of drills, during drills. There's no walking, and that's kind of what I like to see all the time when my practices are going on.
And Janea, going off of what Coach Wheeler said, there's never a time in practice, even when you're not running, when you're doing a drill, and he says, all right, let's start the drill, hustle up, and he calls for the teams to be out there, right? And in practice, it was let's say, okay, we need 2 white, 2 blue. When he wanted you out there, if anybody walked to their spot, he would stop again and say, nobody walks. Nobody does that. You need to hustle to it. So every single piece of practice, whatever drill you're doing, you can't even walk up to the line. Why is that important, and why do you appreciate that?
I really appreciate it because I think it affects our energy. I think walking is more than just like I'm tired, it's natural, it's an energy thing. He's not asking us to full out sprint and be exhausted by the time we get there, but to like put a little pep in your step, like you're excited to do the next thing. When you walk into it, like I already know the drill's not about to go well based on we're walking.
I asked your teammates, Jakira and Janea, about the reality of the importance of the free throw and how when a drill ends and you're all on that line and he calls out somebody to shoot a free throw, that if you make them, you're good. If you don't, not only do you have to run, but you have to run with purpose, and you have to touch however many times he says within that given allotment of seconds that you have. So running with purpose and the importance of free throws, what you can say about those two things.
Free throws like change games around. I think a lot of times when we fall short, the worst thing is being like, man, I wish I would have made a free throw. So I think establishing in practice before we even get to games that free throws matter and they're not just something you do is really, really important. And then when running, well, we need it, and so either way, we figure it out, and it's hard sometimes, but I think it brings us closer and it makes us better in the end.
I've used the hashtag for many years from many Syracuse basketball games, free throws matter. And you see that so much, especially in a game that went to overtime against St. John's last night. Coach, you've heard your student athletes talk about it. Just your purpose of how you run the way you do, the timed run, and making free throws literally a component of it. Basically, they break up practice into a bunch of different pieces, but they're always there. You'll run a drill, break for that, run a drill, break for that. Just the importance of where you put it in and implement it and how you time it.
Well, it all started, when I started coaching a long time ago, is the fun thing the one thing I enjoy implementing is transition basketball with all my teams that I put together that played for me, and going forward, my style of play is going up and down. And, I feel like after the first couple of years of implementing what I like to do, the girls, and players of mine have enjoyed that type of offense, going up and down, rather than slowing it down and setting up plays. It's kind of methodical, and it slows everything down. Whereas if you play at a fast pace and you can push it up and down and score quickly, it makes the game more fun. It makes it exciting, and I think they adapt to it better. Where they're like, first instinct is if we can think fast, push fast, and run fast, and score fast, then it makes the whole game better. And I think it's fun to watch. When you go up and down like that, and you have transition buckets after transition buckets, it's exciting. And I think I put everything into practice like that. We do all our stuff, and we try and run to everything. And the foul shooting aspect is, it's a huge aspect of winning basketball games, because you have to make big foul shots down the stretch. But I think it's something that you have to. I don't like spending a lot of time on it, but we spend a lot of time in it between drills and practice. If we take 10 shots here, we miss, we run. We take 10 shots there, we miss and run. But individually they get some shots up. So I think it's important, and it's it's put together in everything that we do offensively.
Yeah, and what I saw in practice, and as I said before, I'm not giving anything away. You put your offense in situations where they're at a disadvantage, and you also run drills where your defense is at a disadvantage. How important is that to put your team in those high-octane situations, offensively and defensively, where someone has to make up for a disadvantage?
Well, the offensive portion of it is you want your offense to make quick decisions. If it's a 4-on-3, 5-on-4, you want to be able to make the right decision, because you have the man up, which you should be able to score with a man up. So you're making the right pass, you're making that extra pass. to look to finish and score. Defensively, you got to make sure you're getting back and marking up. And I think if anything I could take out of our scrimmage, we talked about it earlier, is in practice the girls knew that we did not do a good job at getting back in transition deep yet last night. We did an okay job, but if anything, part of our transition offense defense is that we have to key on in the next couple of weeks is getting back and marking up and being more vocal in transition, period. And I think as we continue to run the way we do, it's going to be, we're going to get better doing it.
Janea, what do you like about practice? Do you have a favorite drill in practice?
Probably the progression drill. I don't know what we call it. Carolina, yes. It's the drill where we're broken up into teams, and then it's like one person goes on, and it's 2-on-1, and 3-on-2, and so on. It's fun. It's competitive. I like it.
Why do you like it so much? What is it about it?
I think it's really competitive, and it forces us to like play as a team and to kind of think and move fast. And I think the energy is always high when we do that drill, like no matter what.
Janea, what is the best thing that Mike Wheeler has taught you up to this point?
I think the best thing he's probably taught me is, I don't know, probably like the importance of certain things, in that I think like I was talking to him the other day about college recruitment and stuff, being a senior, and he gave me a lot of advice on what things to focus on, which were different from things that I've heard in the past when people tell you to focus on the levels and the points and the this, but he gives me advice to focus on more so how I'm playing with the team and things like that.
So you feel like he's setting you up for the future?
Yes, definitely.
Coach, you heard your student athletes talk about you. Tell me something good about Janea.
Well, we talked earlier a little bit about Janea. I think the big thing with her is the leadership role that she's taken this year, and being more involved. I think we always talk about stuff like we have captains of every basketball team, and if you're not a captain, that doesn't mean you can't be a leader. And I look to my other seniors that may not be captains and my other players, period, that might not be seniors. But I think that's a spot where she's stepped in this year, right from the beginning and taken that control. And I think that's just a huge step, And we talk about college. We talk about playing basketball in college. If any high school senior wants to continue that, that's the first thing. One of the first things you need to play basketball at the college level is you have to have some type of leadership, because that means you have some control over what you want to do, and the work ethic that you have, and going forward, that's what you're going to give to any basketball team that you're going to play for. So I think that's one thing that she really excels at.
Janea,
And on the floor, she contributes a lot.
Janea, I asked you what you learned from Coach. What's something good you can say about Coach? Or maybe describe his personality.
Oh, boy.
I think Coach is very honest. I think he is straightforward. I don't think he, I think he's honest with us. He's straightforward, and he adapts to what we need in the moment. He's tough on us at times, but he's also the same coach that'll pick you up after you make a mistake and explain things to you and help you to be better.
Can we clap that up? I want to show some support for that. That's good. There's something about a coach that tells you you're wrong, and then a coach that tells you you did something wrong, but then shows you how to do it right.
Just get my point guard in here, Gianna Washington. She'll let you know what that's all about. As she smirks in the background.
Fair enough. Before we get to rapid fire, Janea, you heard your teammates discuss who's the most serious and who's the funniest on the team. So we're going to go to a different realm here. Who would you call the mom of the team?
That's a good question.
The mom of the team.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, probably Nevaeh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I think she does take care of everyone. She's not like a nice, caring mom, but she takes care of everybody. She makes sure everyone's taken care of, no matter what. She's not selfish at all. So.
And I think to piggyback what Janea is saying is that Nevaeh is one of our captains, and not only is she mom-like and takes care of everyone and makes the right decisions, stuff like that, but she's also a vocal captain as well, and she'll make known that if there's an issue, she'll let you know, and that's what you need with a senior leader and a captain.
Tough love.
Tough love.
Tough love, essentially.
Right, G? Tough love?
Coach, you're back as a head coach. You and I talked about this when we had a special on Wake Up Call here recently. But when you look at Janea next to you and you look out at this team, what is it about this chapter of your life that you're most excited about with Liverpool?
Win a sectional title. What I liked is being here being part of the program last year and watching the girls grow, not only as players, but as people as well, and ladies as well. So it's nice to see that the growth that we've had with the basketball team, just in a year. I'm excited for what opportunity they have to look forward to this season, and they have the potential to do something special. We've talked about it, and I've always been that coach that doesn't like what goes on the outside, what people are talking about, because we have control of what this basketball team does together as a group.
Yeah.
So we just got to go out on the floor and do what we have to do.
And the outside noise, like you said, you don't care about that. To me, outside noise by definition belongs outside. Shouldn't be in your home. So how, when you see maybe some outside noise prediction and whatnot, what do you say to your team about letting that fuel them and not be a negative?
I think that the focus is going to be on what we are doing as a team, and what we can control. I always tell them we can control what we can control. We don't have to worry about what other people do. We can control what we do as a basketball team, and that's really what our focus is every day. Is let's control the things that we can control. Let's make layups. Let's make foul shots. Let's run. Everybody can run. Everybody can play defense. So those are the things that I'd like to have my team control of. And we'll see where, down the road and when the time comes, that's our ultimate goal, is to be winning a sectional title. That's what we can control to get there.
So with that being said, and I appreciate the answer, time to play rapid fire in our closing here in the preview for the Liverpool Warriors girls varsity basketball season on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of Avicolli's right down the road from Liverpool. Janea, you get the first question. What do you got?
For you?
Yep.
Well, what's your favorite thing to cook for Thanksgiving?
My favorite thing to cook for Thanksgiving? Well, I make most of the meal. So I make this my 8th year making the turkey. I stuff it myself. I do pumpkin pie, rigot pie, which is my mom's recipe, broccoli, casserole, and sweet potatoes. I would tell you my favorite thing to make is a tie. My grandmother's sweet potatoes on my mom's side, and my other grandmother's rigot pie. Because when I taste them, it makes me feel like they're still here. So I'd say that. All right, Janea, what's your favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving?
Probably the dessert. Oh no, baked mac and cheese.
Baked mac and cheese. Who makes the mac and cheese?
My aunt normally makes it.
Okay, all right. Is it more creamy, or how would you describe the mac and cheese? Because there's different types of mac and cheese. There's different ways to do it. I think you got to put some spice in there too. So.
I think it's a little spicy. A little. I don't know really. It's average.
It's average. Okay. Some
Average
people
spice.
average.
You know,
Average.
average.
All right. Okay.
All those things.
Coach, what's your first one for me?
What do you have for a family tradition on Thanksgiving?
That's a good question. And my parents, I'm trying to make this a tradition again, but we used to do it every year, is we would always watch either Home Alone or Home Alone 2 on Thanksgiving. So right after we eat, it's Home Alone time. And I want to throw that back at you, Mike. You got 3 boys and your wife. What's your Thanksgiving tradition?
Well, the tradition with my wife and I is we wake up every Thanksgiving and we run in a turkey trot. So that's been a tradition of ours to do. Now the boys are getting older. They've been starting to play in a flag football turkey bowl on Thanksgiving morning, so we run in a race. We go pick the boys up and then we drop them off we go watch them play flag football with all the cousins and so on and so forth. So that is what we do in the morning. And then, of course, the best football team in the world plays on Thanksgiving Day in the afternoon at 4:30, the Dallas Cowboys.
By the way, whoever wins this one is going to take second place right behind the Eagles because they have the same record. This arguably is the best Thanksgiving trio of football games. I'm calling it the Turkey Day Trio. Best trio we probably had in a long time, and the biggest Cowboys-Giants game we've also had in a long time.
Absolutely.
All right, Janea, what's your last one for me?
What
Go
number?
Cowboys. Sorry.
What number were you when you played basketball?
My number's 21, and my coach had every, close to that, but that. So I wore 23, 31, and 13, because I couldn't wear 21. So I wore my dad's number 31, my grandfather's number 13, and then 23 because of Jordan. But I never got to wear 21 for all the years I played, as sad as that is. But that is my number.
That is sad.
All right, Janea. Let's see here.
Because I'm 21.
Oh,
is
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So you got to wear it well for me. So
And the weird thing is that was my number through high school and college, 21.
So 21 with all 3 of us.
Yeah.
So Janea, I'm going to ask you this: if you win, or I'm going to say this, let's put it into the world. When you win a sectional championship,
Yeah.
of your warm-up jersey, your regular jersey, and all that, because we're both number 21, when you win a sectional championship, will you give me a 21 that you'll sign that I can put in my wall of fame?
I don't.
We can steal that from Ari, right?
Oh,
Find a way.
I think Ari, he should let us do it.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
listen, 21 Wall of Fame, I think it deserves to be in the studio. We're going to
I
make
think
it
so,
happen.
too.
All right, Mike, what's your last one?
Jacksonville Jaguars. How did that come about?
Fred Taylor fan. I wanted my own team with no bandwagon. So Jaguars are my first, Cowboys are my second, and I get to watch my Super Bowl on December 18th, a week before Christmas. I get to live on-site on location watch my Cowboys play my Jaguars, and whoever wins, I win. So I'm very excited for that. But yeah, Jaguars, Fred Taylor, and I wanted my own team. That's kind of how it happened. All right, Mike. So Dallas Cowboys. Favorite Dallas Cowboy offensive, defensive, and special teams players of all time.
It's got to be prime time. Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Both offense, defense, and special teams.
There you go. So he answers all of it with one answer, Neon Deion. And what number did he wear?
21.
So my number is in good standing. Our number is in good standing. So for Janea Hamilton Brown, for Coach Mike Wheeler, myself, Dan Tortora, you all go out, support Liverpool in all athletics. We're here every single month at Avicolli's, right down the road from Liverpool High School. You can walk there. And we implore you to head out on November 29th at 6:30 p.m. for the opening of the season, where Liverpool will take on Jamesville DeWitt. And so with that being said, happy Thanksgiving. Remember what you're thankful for, and thank those people. Always show love. And for my guests in Liverpool girls varsity basketball, let's clap it up one more time. And you all have yourself a great day.